he stopped me. He took me to the principal's office. Yefrohani. I still remember like old names, guys. I still remember the names. Took me to the principal's office. I said, this is a new girl. She's originally from Zimbabwe and this is her first time reading Afrikaans. Can you hear her read? And then I read to the principal of Rohani. I read my Afrikaans paragraph, and she's like, I'm extremely like impressed. What is good, T gang? It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, then smash the subscribe button down below. Turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video, baby. Today I am back with a story time, guys. It's been a long time since I did a story time. So today we're going to be talking about my very first school day in South Africa as a freshman in South Africa. So I was in grade 7 when I started school here. I used to come before 2010 in South Africa, but that was just to come and visit my father and then we go back home. So I used to come in South Africa before 2010, but it wasn't where I would interact with people. I would just come visit my father, be in the house, and then go back home. But now this time around, it was school. I mean, I have to school here, I have to go out there, I have to interact with people. And before, when I used to visit my father, he was staying in Limpopo. I kind of got used to the language there, Spedi, although I wasn't so good in it, but it was a familiar language. And then he moved to Mpumalanga, where they were speaking Siswati, others were speaking isiZulu, and there's also Ndebele. So we moved to Mpumalanga. I started school in Mpumalanga, Bad Plus to be exact. I went to an African school, large school, Bad Plus. So I was so nervous on this day. I was in grade 7. I was 12 years old. I have no idea how to speak Siswati, the dominant language there. I don't understand anything, guys. I remember my brother, we're going to the same school with my brother. He was in grade 4 by the time. And my little sister was still a baby, so she was just chilling at home, guys. So now we were staying at a place where it was like kind of like a lodge kind of vibes, where there are many people, like many tenants staying there. So there's this other girl. She was from Swaziland, Nonzuzo. She is from Swaziland. Let me not say what. She is from Swaziland. Her name is Nonzuzo. We kind of like spoke to her. She had been in the school, I think, even in the previous year, but she was far younger than I was. But at least she knew the language, so I had to befriend her, but she was way younger than I was. I think she was in grade 3 by the time, if I'm not mistaken, grade 3. And I was in grade 7, guys, but hey, I had to keep her by my side because at least she understood Siswati. I mean, she's from Swaziland after all, and she had been in the school in the previous year or previous years. Okay, it was time to go to school. So the first day they drove us to school. We didn't walk to school. Actually, usually we never used to walk. We usually just had our parents drop us off. We went with my I don't remember, was it my mother or my father, whoever we went with. They drove us to the school, they dropped us off. Guys, my heart was racing, like, oh my god, guys, I'm in South Africa, I'm at school in South Africa. I don't understand the language, I'm a foreigner, I feel like an outcast. I arrived there. So people were speaking Siswati, people were speaking isiZulu, people were speaking Afrikaans that I obviously didn't understand, but in class obviously we're speaking English when we interact with the teachers and we're in class. But other than that, when we're outside, people were speaking their languages that I could not hear. Cool, I get to the school, they drop us off, we go to the school, we go to assembly. I'm so nervous, like I'm a newcomer. Not only am I a newcomer, I'm foreign. I don't understand anything, like hello, I'm just there. So we got there, sat in class. I was just sitting alone, and then it was break time. I remember a girl called Zodwa Masina. I still remember her name and surname from grade 7. Zodwa Masina. She came to me, hi, how are you? So I hear that you're not South African, blah blah blah. Like, yeah, man, I don't understand what you guys are saying. Okay, so that we became friends. So she would teach me small things. Like, I remember when she asked me, do you know how to say, can you please play with me? I mean, it was so young. Imagine the things that she was teaching me. I'm like, I don't know. What do you say? And she's like, Oda utohlala nami. I mean, like something like that. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she was teaching me, she taught me the language, outsidi Zodwa, and then there was also Spesihle Bulunga. I still remember her also, and Nomcebo Masina. Those three girls were my friends, but unfortunately now, surprisingly, we don't talk anymore. We don't talk anymore, like, at all. We don't have contact at all. But those were the first people who reached out to me and spoke to me, taught me the language, sat with me, made me feel comfortable, made me feel like, you know, I was one of them. Those three ladies made it easier for my first days in the school. I don't know how my brother was doing. He was in grade 4. I don't know how he was holding up, but for him, he quickly learned Afrikaans. He quickly learned it. So I'm sure he was vibing with wherever he was in his class, in his grade 4 class. So, and then there came the issue of subjects. It was really I was really struggling with the issue of subjects, because there were a lot of subjects that we were doing, guys, compared to what we do in Zim at primary level. We don't do like so much subjects like they do here in South Africa. I was having what they call SS, EMS, NS, hair technology. There was just arts and culture, and there was just so much going on, guys. Then there's languages. I even took Afrikaans. I was doing English. Like, it was way too much for a grade 7 who just came from Zim, where you don't have so many languages at that level. So I was like, it was overwhelming because it was just so much work. So I was overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed, especially on the first day. I remember my arts and culture teacher. She was scary, guys. I was so scared of her. Yo, guys, I would shake. I remember her. I won't mention her name, but my arts and culture teacher in grade 7, she gave me shivers. Like, I was so scared of her. And imagine on the first day that passed. I remember when we went to the Afrikaans class. It was time to read, guys. Like, the whole class has to read. With Miniar O, that was his name, Miniar Opperman. Yeah. He was my teacher for Afrikaans, guys. Hey, I've never done Afrikaans in my life. I have no Afrikaans background. But he was fully aware of it, because he was fully aware there's a newcomer in the class. I introduced myself, where I'm originally from. Yeah, and so he was fully aware that I have no Afrikaans background, like, at all, like, next. Okay, it was my turn to read, guys. I mean, I'm a genius. Okay, it was my turn to read. I read. Actually, I read a longer paragraph than anyone else, because he didn't stop me. I kept going and kept going, and then he finally stopped me. He's like, are you sure you have no Afrikaans background? I said, I'm sure I don't have Afrikaans background. I've never done it in my life. Like, zange. It's like, I'm really impressed by how you're reading. For someone who has no Afrikaans background, it's really impressive. He stopped the class. He said, you're even doing way better than most of the people who've been doing Afrikaans since grade R. He stopped me. He took me to the principal's office. Frohani. I still remember, like, old names, guys. I still remember the names. He took me to the principal's office. I said, this is a new girl. She's originally from Zimbabwe, and this is her first time reading Afrikaans. Can you hear her read? And then I read to the principal, Frohani. I read my Afrikaans paragraph, and she's like, I'm extremely like impressed. She was impressed. She gave me goodies. She gave me goodies, sweets and stuff, and all the praises and stuff. Yeah, it was lit. first day at school, quite an adventure. You just arrived, they tell you you're doing so great, you're impressive, they call you to the principal's office, they give you goodies. I mean, like, it was really, really, really nice, guys. So yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster. My first day in South Africa, in a South African school, it was an emotional roller coaster. Feelings of fear, excitement, I don't know, those kind of things. So yeah, that's just how it was. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments down below in the comment section, and share this video with your family and friends. And baby, if you're not subscribed yet, what is you waiting for? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Anyway guys, if you have any other video suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below and I will attend to that. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.